Teaching kids to count is fun, but teaching them what counts is best. That was a quote by Bob Talbot. And that's one quote I'm going to bring with me as I become a high school history teacher. Today I'm going to be talking about different job opportunities, what a day in the life is like, and how rewarding it is to be a high school teacher, but at the same time how challenging it can be. So first off, the first thing I'm going to be talking about is job opportunities. There are many different opportunities and they're all interesting. So the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics projects that in the next 10 years, demand will increase by around 4%, which is about 40,000 new jobs in the next 10 years. That percent is pretty similar to average growth in job occupants. In the summer, you get around 2 to 3 months off. So there's a lot of different things that you can do with those months off. You have a lot of free time. You can travel, spend time with family, or you can get another job, or you can teach summer school, which actually pays you more money. My 10th grade history teacher, Mr. Bowler, he started a landscaping business in the summer, and he was actually able, that business took off, and he was actually able to quit his high school job, and he did that full time. The third one is coaching. I am really passionate about sports, and I'd love to coach in high school. I've always wanted to coach. I've known since I was 8 years old that I want to coach a sport. My grandpa's always thought that I'd be a good coach. I think I'd be a good coach. I always want to coach basketball and football. Those are the two I'm most passionate about. I'm not really good at playing them, but I think I'd be good at coaching them. So next up is the day in the life. The day in the life really extends past what students see. There's a lot more into it than just what the students see. You typically teach about 8 to 12 hours. There's a lot of after-school activities which can add to that. And you're not necessarily compensated for extra work that you do. So when you're grading stuff at home, you're not really paid for that. And then when you're doing lesson planning at home, there's not a lot that you're paid for there. It's really comparable to a restaurant manager. Restaurant managers typically work are paid for 40 hours a week, but the owners a lot of times make them work 60 hours a week. So that's pretty comparable. Main things teachers do is obviously teach, but there's a lot of other stuff that they do. There's lesson planning, grading's a big one, helping students with homework after hours, before hours, workshops, obviously if you want to coach. A typical day, it varies a lot between schools, states, that kind of stuff, but it'd be arriving around 7. You have about an hour, it's meetings, preparation, that type of stuff. From 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock is typically classes. You usually get a half-hour lunch. When students go to lunch, you can eat lunch. And then an hour of prep time in between there as well. The final topic I'm going to be talking about is how rewarding it is to teach, but also how challenging it is. So teaching, a lot of people who have said that they want to teach have said how rewarding it is. And I really agree with that. I think it speaks volume that everyone who's been up here who said they want to teach has said how rewarding it is. You really get to change the next generation. You're teaching future politicians, leaders, you're teaching future teachers as well. I spoke to Jay Wendelberger, who's my history professor here at South Central, and he said the favorite part about teaching is being in the classroom daily and sharing historical significance with the students. He also really enjoys the aspect of being able to interact with students and understand them. And I think that's really important to be able to know your students so you know how to teach them well and effectively. When I say the two words bad teacher, there's probably someone who immediately comes to mind. But to me, being a bad teacher means you're not engaging with your students enough. And you're not exciting them. You need to be able to engage with your students and understand them well. I got a chart here. And the two I want to point out is unsatisfactory is about 15% as a high. And to me, that seems about right, but it is too high to me. But the main point is just the satisfactory is 28%. And I think that needs to be a lot higher because as a teacher, you need to be able to you need to exceed average. You are teaching future generations and you need to exemplify that and just be better than average. You really need to strive for, goodness. It's such an important job to me. So in conclusion, you learned that I want to be a history teacher. I talked about various job opportunities, what it's like to work as a teacher on a daily basis, and how rewarding but difficult it is to be a teacher. Thank you. Are there any questions? Yes?
What classes do you want to teach?
History. I like economics, you know, then like U.S. history is pretty cool.
What made you settle on history?
It fits well with coaching sports, and I know I want to coach sports. I don't really, I mean, history is the easiest. Anything else?